Well, hello. Didn't see you there. Totally saw you there. So today, this is my drink of choice. Energy. Cheers to you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mike, and I am a fashion freak, a Goyard geek, a luxury lover, a shopaholic chic shithead, a Hermes whore, a Cartier king, a jewelry junkie, a fashion fag. Today I'm going to be doing a requested video that you guys wanted of how to tell a real versus fake Anjou Mini. Not too dissimilar from my Anjou GM, my other Anjou video, but this is an Anjou Mini, real versus fake, with my new Anjou. So if that's something you're interested in, please stick around, please smash the like button, please consider subscribing, and keep on watching, you guys. I love you. Okay, so I'm going to be filming a bunch of videos back to back in the same outfit because I have a bunch of stuff I want to film before I go on my trip. And I'm going to Miami. I'll post what I can, but I might be not as consistent. So bear with me. Okay. Another fake versus real video, Anjou Mini edition with my new Anjou Mini. So, as you guys know, I got the new Anjou Mini in the powder pink color. She's all pretty and decked out with how I like to decorate her, which I'm doing a video about how I like to decorate her. I have a video of what fits inside her, about the unboxing, all those things. If you want to see any of those, check out my channel and subscribe. So, I'm going to do a comparison of this beautiful real Anjou to this fake Anjou. That was fake as in fake. Huh. Okay. So, let's just get right into it. Okay, so right off the bat, okay, so this, again, preface, do not endorse buying fake things, do not believe in buying fake things, don't buy fake things. This is just an informative video for you guys if you are trying to buy something secondhand or, you know, used or secondhand or new but not from the store to identify if it's fake or not, and or, you know, I don't know, ways to tell if it's fake, basically. So, okay? Yeah. So this is just a fake bag. That's just so that you guys can know. So, okay, so here they are, side by side. I mean, off the bat, she's all pretty and decorated, so I'm not going to take off all this stuff, you guys, because it took me a really, really long time to tie these perfectly, even though they are coming undone a little bit. But I don't want to change her. Okay, so off the bat, we're going to do it both ways. So off the bat here, we see this is very smooth. It's almost like feels like it looks like Swift or box leather from Hermes. Whereas this is grainy, right? We can see all the grains in there. A little more Togo feel. See that? So that's number one. Number one way to tell it's fake. Number two, the writing on this is silver, which it shouldn't be silver, it should be white. So for all the bags, for all the Anjous, the writing is red, except for the red one, it's white. I can't speak to like the rose gold one. I think the rose gold one's also red too. Any of the precious metal ones. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure all the precious metal ones are also maybe either white or red. I want to say they're red. I'll add a photo or, you know, confirm. Oh, confirmed. It's that color. See how I did that? To whatever response it could be. Yeah. Okay. And then the writing is off. If you see the font on that versus the font on that, it's the wrong font. It's the wrong size. It's also like lower than it should be. Paris made in France seems off. Okay, so then let's look at the stitching. Oh, let's look at the size actually. Okay, so here, let me like fix this fake one. Oh, this fake one. So it's a brand new fake one. It came with this kind of tag, which it's wrong. It should be tied on with a rope. I don't know if I have it. Oh yeah, it should be tied on with like this kind of rope. Rope and a little thing that's stuck on, and it's tied like this. Not like this. So rope stuck on. Oh, I do have it. It came with this, like this tied on. So it should be tied on like that, not this. But it is tied on the handle, and it has a sticker, not a written like that. Also, like what it says is a little different too. It's just wrong on what it says. So that's that. Size wise, I mean, it is pretty accurate on the size, it looks like. Oh no, it's a little shorter. It's a little tad bit shorter. It's supposed to be 20 by 20 by 10, so centimeters. So this is a little smaller, it looks like. 20 by 20 by 10. This looks a little shorter. Also, these handles, I'm not going to take these out, but I mean, you can see kind of the shape of the handle, right? It's like a, kind of like a U, like a big moon type shape. I don't know, big U type shape. This is more rounded and wider. That one's more narrow. So it's rounded and wider. The actual thickness and feeling of the hand is actually not that bad, but it does have these like holes in here, if you can see, which it shouldn't. Those should be all the way glued together unless it starts cracking. Here, I'll just like do this. This is what I'll do. I'll just lift it up a little and lift it up a little. So you can see there. So you see there, there's no cracks there, right? And these handles are thicker. They're thicker than these. These are kind of the same size as the St. Louis handles. They're thin and, you know, they're flexible. Right now it's still so new, so it's a little sturdier, but they will eventually over time get flexible. And they're thin here and then they get thicker. So it's like thin down here at the base and then it gets thicker, if you can see that, right? Like it gets a little wider. It gets pretty thick here. It's thicker than the St. Louis. These are the same thickness all the way across. So that's another thing. It should be thin and thick. So yeah, thin and thick. The stitching's perfect on these, like literally perfect. The stitching on this is pretty good too, but it is... See, these stitches have gaps and holes in them. There's like a stitch with a gap and a hole. Stitch, gap, hole, stitch, gap, hole. This also has stitch, gap, hole, but it just looks different. I don't know how to explain it. You can just see it. Also, this feels stiff. The whole thing feels very stiff. This feels soft. It's like butter leather. This feels soft. It's malleable. It's flexible. These are tied on. They've got a tight tie right here. Strong ties on the four corners, or on the two corners. And then it's got 15 stitches on this part. One double up here and two doubles down there. This has the right number of stitches and it has the double thing going on. So that's a plus. I mean, is actually accurate. And it's got the double stitching there. But like I said, that gap should not be there. Also the placement of the stitching across where these are is a little off. It should be a little higher where it crosses these stitches. You can see. Maybe I'll just bring it up because it seems like these are easier to do it there. The stitching here is, you know, even across the thing too. What else? So the way this is shaped, it folds in and then it folds and folds and folds like that because the lining's on the other side. On this one, we also have folding in, but it's not like, it's kind of like an even fold on this as if they both went in. Like both pieces went in and it's the same, like it's evenly distributed. Whereas this side, one is folding over the other. One is folding over the other. So this side is folded over this side and it creates kind of like a different kind of fold. Whereas this side, both sides fold in on the same. So it creates this like mutual fold. Does that make sense? Here, let me fix this so you can kind of see the bottom. It's kind of what it looks like from the bottom versus what we look like from the bottom. Oh yeah, so here you can see like the handle difference, right? Well, first of all, if we line them up, it's kind of like this one's longer and narrower, and this one's longer and narrower, and this one is shorter and stouter. Also, these come with plastic on the handles. There were no plastic on these handles. I can show you the plastic still on because I actually have the plastic hidden under these, so it's double protection to protect it. Okay, so I keep the plastic on, and then I put this over to double protect the handles. I know I'm crazy, but you can see the plastic is still on right there. It's like a double protection. Tricky, Mayank. I know. Thank you. I know. Thank you. I know. Smart. So that's that. Okay, now I'm going to reverse them the other way so we can see differences on the other side. But, oh, yeah. This strap feels weak. This is soft. It's really soft and, like, flexible. It's kind of like, it looks like that. It's really big and long. Like, that's how it looks. This one is thinner and smaller. This one's, like, thinner and smaller. Let's compare the lengths. Oh, same length. That's crazy. But on here, you can kind of see like this is stitched like that, that's stitched like that, stitch, stitch. I'm gonna come up here because I think it's a little easier to do it this way. The buttons are different a little bit. But yeah, like this looks like that, whereas this one looks like that. You see? See the difference? Thickness. This one's thinner, this one's thicker. Also on here we have the date code. the date code. It's very faint because it's pink. This one also has a date code and it's the right way, but it's a lot, the font is wrong and the font is wrong. It's like too clear. This little munchkin versus this little munchkin. So the red one's bigger. The fake one's a little taller. So it should be a little shorter. See, it's really just the height of the flap, I think, because everything else kind of matches up a little bit, but see that the height of the flap is off. Again, shorter. This D-ring is more round. This is more curved. You can see the difference in the D-ring. Stitching looks fine, but the actual color of this is wrong. Like, this is not how red's supposed to be. The brown is too brown. The black and the white is too, like, it's supposed to be more yellow. This I can't really compare it to because this is limited edition special color, so, but this is wrong. That's all I can say. Also, the box here behind has some stitching coming out. The stitching should never be coming out, like, unless it's like defective or whatever. And then in here, these flaps always come out a little bit, which I don't know if I've ever talked about, but they can come out like that. And it kind of looks like they're not supposed to, but they do. They don't. They're stitched into the corners. The corners actually do come out. So like, for example, on this one, the corners should come out as well. You know, corner comes out. Corner should come out. Corner should come out. Corner isn't coming out. It's stitched in that corner. There shouldn't be stitches. It shouldn't cross stitch like that, basically. See, this stitching ends here and this stitching ends there. It shouldn't cross stitch like that. Also, this came with a little protection flap, which, oh, yeah. So this came with this inside of it in the back like that. And it also came with this, little thing to protect the D-ring, or I don't know exactly what it does, but it's kind of like in there like that when you first get it. And it has this Goyardine thing here underneath like that. This didn't have any of those things. It had none of those. Inside, the pouch looks like that and that, whereas this one, the pouch looks like that and that. The Goyard at the top is wrong. Spelling is wrong. This is upside down. It shouldn't be upside down. It should be right side up. See if you can see the buttons. The buttons actually is not bad, but the spelling of the A inside this button is wrong. You can see A is kind of short and stout, and this A is long. The whole thing is longer, basically. So the button is like a little off. I'll just hold it here for a sec to kind of see. And then on the inside, again, the tops, this is upside down. This is not. The fonts, and then how the Goyard made in Paris versus that one is the wrong font. It's double tied on this side, double tied here. This one doesn't have that. And then like the actual color of the canvas inside is a little different too. And the feel's different. That's about it for this part. Okay, so now let's go. Now we can reverse the bag and see it the other way. So this one, reversing. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. But like, yeah, I mean, my other red Anjous are my parents', so I can't compare it to this color, but this color is off, right? Like, you can just tell that's supposed to be more yellow and it's kind of a brown. That brown is off. The whole shade of it is not like a rich red. It's like a weird dull red. And yeah, that's kind of what this looks like. Now we'll reverse our other friend, our good friend Rose. Bubbles. Bubbles, that's what I named her. Messed up my doing that masties up. Damn it. Darn it. I'm gonna have to redo them. Okay. I can do a video on how I tie them if you guys want to see that. There's so many videos I can do. Okay, so this one. So that's reversed. Put you back in there. Okay. So on this one, you can see the flap kind of folds over like that, right? It's like folded to one side. And then on this side, it's folded the same direction. So it's folded this way. And on this side, it's folded this way, but it's like the same direction if you look at it from here. This is folded this way and this is folded this way. So they're both facing the back. Both the folds are facing the back of the bag. This only has a back because this has this at the front. Otherwise, oh yeah, and because of that. So this is the front. So this is the front side. And they're both folding back, and then it has a fold over right here where the leather goes over it, and just the one fold over. Okay. This one has it the other way. So they're both folded, but it's on the back side technically because the Goyard is on this side. So this is technically the front. So they're actually folded towards facing the front when they should be folded towards facing the back. You see that? They're folded towards facing this way, folded towards facing this way. It has the one here, just the one here too. This is on the right side of the Goyard made in Paris. This one is also on the right side of Goyard made in Paris. So that fold's actually right. It's both here and here. Even the size of the Ys are different. These are much smaller Ys than these. If you can see, the sizing's off. Let's see, let's count. So it's got the right number of dots, and it's even got the copy printed pattern right, but the Ys are just smaller. Also see, look, this is like flimsy and bendy on this side. This is too, but it's like a different feel. It's a lot about feeling, guys. And I'm sorry that I can't really portray that better, but here. This part, the Goyard, is a little too thin compared to that one. Okay, what other differences on this side? The placement of the Goyards is right. There's one on the top, middle, and then two on each corner bottom, which is right on both. I think they always try to like make it the same. Yeah, this is the whole bag feels yellower and darker and browner, but it should be lighter and redder, and then these should be yellower. This feels smoother. Smooth. This feels really rough, like bumpy rough. Which I think it's supposed to feel bumpy on some, but this is very bumpy. I don't think the Anjou is one of the bags that's supposed to be that bumpy. It's supposed to be a little more smoother. I think it's coated or something. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like it is. Smells like leather. No smell. I don't know. I think that's most of them. What do you guys think? Anjou! Anjou Mini! These are like sturdier, you know, handles. These looser and narrower. Also, this is very smooth. The leather on the top is smooth too, whereas this is grained. See, it's got like this aged wrinkly thing going on here. This does not. That's kind of it. If you have any more questions, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was informative. If you have any more questions about this bag or this one, or like how to tell, let me know. Happy to answer them. This is, again, all just my knowledge and what I know. This is not like, you know, an all tell all, like all the info. This is just what I see on these bags. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing. Please smash that like button. I know your time is valuable. I know your time is precious, so I appreciate you spending your time here with me. Thank you guys